Greetings everyone, my name is Etterville, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Mega Man Maker. In tonight's sometime evening livestream, I'll begin my coverage of the level pack Mega Man X Evolution by Lipatio. This was designed / developed using the Mega Maker X mod, Early Access 1.6.0.5. I'm going to be breaking this up to 2 or 3 different streams due to the length and difficulty. So for this first stream, I'm going to be covering the first intro stage, rules, and 8 Maverick levels, maybe also the bonus stage. So welcome to the stream, Jaden, Sylv, Pixel Boy, Lipatio, Sea Salts, Robin Jack, Jedok, all the lurkers, and anyone else in this list I missed. Alrighty then. First, I'm going to have to run down the rules, as this pack actually has a few set of special ones. 53 plays and a score of 5. Hey Paul. Let's see if it lists the rules in here or something. Beat the Mavericks to reach the level 1, or defeat at least 8 Mavericks, small 8, to reach the level 2, or just reach level 2. Defeat all 18 Mavericks to reach level or max level, level 3. Fortress bosses doesn't count for leveling up. You can find more than 8 Mavericks per stage. So every regular stage will have at least 2 Mavericks, so keep an eye out for them. Okay, here's a better way of summarizing this. The main conceit of this level pack is that you evolve your characters, X and 0, increasing your skill level by defeating the Mavericks. Your character starts at level 0 and can reach a max level 3, being able to gain new skills such as aerial dashing, up dashing, etc., as well as evolving your armor. In addition to the 8 main Mavericks, I'll be able to find 1 hidden boss per level, and defeating them will be essential for me to level up and reach the maximum level. So 9 stages, 2 Mavericks apiece. So keep an eye out for hidden paths and secret passages, point them out if I miss something. I can also choose between X and 0, and I'll be alternating between the two. There are going to be small changes between each of the levels depending on who you pick, but it's mostly the same. So, following tradition, I'm going to be starting by playing through this as... not as X actually, but as 0. 28 plays, score of 11. It's not the quantity that matters, it's the quality. So let's see how this compares with Light and Darkness. Lipatio said this isn't as good as the previous level pack, which was X Light and Darkness, but we'll see. Normally I start this pack by playing as X, but I'm gonna break tradition. It's of course by the person I expected to use all caps again. It's common courtesy to not spam all caps. I'm gonna let up because it's just 1 here, but don't continuously do it, please. In most channels I see, that's basically a given rule. Oh, wait. Hang on. Something's up there. In most channels, the streaming channels I go through, that is a common courtesy rule. It's alright, Robin Jack. been... Oh yeah, auto-scroller. Can't blame ya. As a reminder, tomorrow morning is Team Fortress 2. Hooray! Silk Song seems to be stuck in development. The more I look into Silk Song's development, it seems like they're kind of stuck in a development morass. Oh look, the Fortress boss team from Rockman Extreme, or Mega Man Extreme. Get me out of here. Level up. Now we're level 1. Alrighty then, I'll choose the first Maverick, but I'll list them out. At the intro stage, this was not ideal, I'd say. It's subpar. I would have preferred if it... Well, usually for these sorts of intro stages, I prefer to introduce the main mechanics. But we already had a rules stage, and this one is just eh. I would prefer if we just went through the rules stage directly to the Mavericks, or end the rules stage with the boss fight. In any case, here are the 8 Mavericks. Harpoon Narwhal Anche, Bomber Kiwi, Storm Butterfanfly, Bolt Axoelectric, Magnetic Flying Fox, Scorch Volchinda, Strike Beagleball, and Space Catalyte. I decided to flip a coin, rotate some die, throw some cards, and the victor is Bomber Kiwi at the Minefield Jungle. 23 plays and a score of 5. Once they level up, I'm gonna move up to the level 2 stages. I looked at the... When I say morass, I mean like bog or hell. No keys yet. See, based on the previews Oh, snazzy. By being able to place the mugshots right in the stage itself, it results in this creative effect. Thank you, Renex. This is only the intro stage, so I'm okay with a slower auto-scrolling. Sort kind of reminds me of Wire Sponge. Yeah, probably... I don't know what's... I'm not gonna make a direct comparison, but a little bit of reminder. Wait. Is there something down here? Nope. It looks suspicious to me. I've been reading the developer testimonials about the progress in some interviews. That's what concerns me with Silk Song. At the current rate, we're gonna have at least several dozen more indie Metroidvanias come out before Silk Song. Hilarious. Wait up. Nope. Don't quite have the soft borders. Ah, I see. Still in Tier 1. Yeah, I made it up. I made it near the ending of Tier 7. So, that's fine for me. I'm okay with not having intro stages, but if you do decide to have one, make it be like an actual intro stage. I think this may be the secret. That wasn't too hard to locate. And the secret maverick here is Sting Chameleon. Who is represented by Yamato Man. Oh. Alright, that's one maverick down. Or, wait. 2. There are 2 phases. That's why you get mini tank. Oh shoot, it's lagging. As the number of gyres increases, it lags further. Light armor time. Oh wait, that's the wrong... That's Punchies. Unfortunately, in DX and Mega Maker X, gyres are a bit of a problem. Okay, I got the Chameleon Sting, so now I can finish this. Maybe. I don't like having gyres in these sorts of arenas. It works horribly. The hardest part of this fight isn't even the Yamato Man himself or Sting Chameleon, it's the gyres. So how much are lagging the game? And because they block all my shots. Yeah, I don't like this second part of the fight. The first part's fine, then we have the second part where things just simply fall apart. Absolutely. Let me check. It's a more interesting version of your fight, Lauren. What things make an actual intro stage, in my opinion? Actually introducing the main mechanics and controls and moves you'll be using throughout the level pack or game in question. Yeah, I would completely redo the second part of this fight. It's already difficult enough to hit him with normally, but when you have 6 gyres, you have to wait a long amount of time, a fairly extended amount of time before you can actually damage him. That's not fun at all. If you're gonna have something like this, just put the same amount of gyres as the first phase, like 2 of them. You still maintain the same challenge, and you don't have to wait an extended period of time to actually hit the boss. I know he takes extra damage from the Buster, but that doesn't quite help with everything happening. And I only have the Mega Man 4 Buster again. Oh my goodness, imagine how much worse this is with someone like Zero. Yeah, I'm just gonna reset the stage and assume we won this fight. This is absolutely one of those fights I would never advise doing without special weapon weaknesses. Can I backtrack here, or am I stuck? Yeah, retry. Axel doesn't exist in this pack, so it's fine. Transparency is very important. I'm questioning why this happened because you're usually most of the time you're much better than this. How did this end up getting past quality control? If anything, Axel may have the easier version of this fight. If he can aim upwards and downwards. Well, then the fight would be unwinnable, because if he can't fire through walls, he can't actually shoot. He won't be able to even do the second phase of the fight, so it's a moot point. Well, I'm glad that most of the dev team realized that, and once they resolved that issue, the game released on the game actually released. Ah, I was almost there. Lauren, can you please stop saying it's enemy spam just in a moment? Be patient. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, Jaden. Because some of the issues of that one feel relevant to that too. Oh boy! The stutter killed me. As for the stage itself, it's fine. Like, the boss fight, yeah, the optional boss fight, yeah, that needs to get fixed. Oh my... okay. The damage boosting saved me there. It's not quite the traditional way to design a classic stage, but it's making good use of X's mobility. Oh no! I should have jumped to the left. I mean, if X3 was closer to this, it'd be a much more interesting game. Oh boy, that's... I'm latching onto the wall. Yep, they sure do. Welcome to the evening stream, Power Simplified. Well, it's a good thing that the base game is good. And here's the thing, the base game's good, and it already has DLC. Oh my goodness. Ah, I lived. Now that was a... Exactly, Jaden. I'm gonna pause for a moment for this. Yeah, once it reaches 10 years, we're approaching the point of Duke Nukem Forever, and we know how that turned out. Thing is, there are several or many expansion packs which are better than the base games, or make the base games better. And when you say expansion pack, you're referring to DLC, really? Why wasn't there a checkpoint after that? Seriously? Okay, that wasn't too bad here, but eef. Exactly, Jaden. But yeah, I disagree with the point that an expansion pack... Expansion packs aren't mandatory, but they can enhance and lengthen the experience. And in the case of Hollow Knight, well, the base game Hollow Knight's great, so... It would have been probably an alternate play mode. With the way this is set up, I really wish there was a large life energy up there. Okay, be patient. Oh yeah, I grew up in that era before I grew up in the era before DLC, online DLC, day one stuff, and all that stuff was popularized. And I criticize that a lot. But in the case of Hollow Knight, this whole argument's irrelevant. Okay, my issue with this whole thing is that you really need to put either a checkpoint or life energy up there. Like, this is way more difficult than anything I've seen at the start of Light and Darkness. It's like we started halfway through Light and Darkness in terms of difficulty. I wouldn't say it just all was in development hell, but it was longer than it probably needed to be. Or had to at least. Okay, I'm in much better shape this time. But yeah, in the case of what we're talking about with Hollow Knight and Hollow Knight Silk Song, this whole thing about expansion packs being necessary is irrelevant. Hollow Knight at its base core without the DLC is great, and all the DLCs / expansions expanded. May not necessarily make it better, but they add some interesting content. If we're gonna discuss the whole complaint about a DLC and whatnot, the morass with that. Are you kidding me? Okay, I don't understand how... Lipatio, you designed a stage that's even harder than the stages we covered in the morning stream. I want more transparency as well. I don't really find that entertaining. Frankly, I've grown disinterested in that. Like, come on. They're better uses of your time. Why not just enjoy the other games that you like? Okay, we're getting to the point where this is cruelty. Once again, I disagree with you, Lord. Okay, let's fight you, Napalm. Oh boy. Another person not understanding what Lipatio tier difficulty is. If you know Lipatio, yeah, this is normal hard. Alright, second phase, let's go! Dead. Yeah, and I just find the whole thing about watching the server melt down really petty. No second phase? Okay. The way it's designed, that looks like a second phase. Also, the lag killed me. Not the lag, the slowdown. Yeah, because of the spawners, you can't turn them off. You would be correct, Power. I can do it Buster only, but without E-tanks, but I'm just gonna speed this up. Yeah, after the fight, it seems to slow down a bit before we get out. Alright, we defeated both the Mavericks here, we got the remote missile. Oh my goodness. Alright, time to test out our weapon. Alrighty then, I see what we're going for here. This is going to be a difficult level pack, normal, hard, minimum. And the level indicates the level of the character. Frankly, I don't mind playing through more difficult level packs, this included, as long as we have a difficulty curve. My issue with this pack is that, or at least this level, is specifically the second part of the optional boss fight needs to be toned down. It's not fun waiting like that. Also, the last section needs a checkpoint or some life energy because, oh goodness, you don't have much time to react to and understand what to do for the last part, especially with the instant death everywhere. That is cruel. But otherwise, it does have the challenge progression, and it does use its explosive gimmicks in interesting ways, and it actually makes use of X's mobility, namely his dashing and wall jumping, which I'm sad to say that not all X games actually make use of. Alright, I'm going to rotate another die, throw the die, and the victor is Harpoon Narwhal, or Narwalanche. 8th place, score 3. Even harder, oh golly. Torment. You haven't seen the hardest yet. Lipatio's levels tend to be difficult, going all the way up to Diet Kaizo. Alright. Have one key. Let's see, where's the missiles? There it is. Oh, pretty. If there's, at least there's one thing for certain, the levels are actually going to be engaging and actually make use of their mechanics. As much as I criticize sometimes the difficulty balancing and skill sets and whatnot, at least you actually make use of the stuff you introduce in your stages for the most part. Ah. Huh? Wait. That's fishy. Oh, not what I thought, but sure. I will also criticize that the jump between the intro stage and the first stage is quite a gulf. Oh goodness gracious. So yeah, the criticism of difficulty spike there, that is kind of relevant intra pack. Harpoon Narwalanche. Don't ask me, Lipatio made the names. Yep, I'm gonna get to level 2. I'm gonna try getting all the secret bosses as well, see what happens. Question is, who is the secret maverick in the stage going to be? I'm really thankful we don't have invisible ladders in this engine. I don't want to be on the lookout for those everywhere. Quick knockback. Regardless, let's see how many... Going back to the earlier conversation, considering how long Silk Song is, How long I've been waiting? I usually prefer to talk about other indies that are in development. After all, we shouldn't just focus on one game when the whole indie sphere Metroidvanias is significantly larger. There's enough space in the realm for multiple victors. Do you think Roll should learn techniques from future Roadmasters? Like, Zero's not a Roadmaster. Well, let me rephrase it. Maybe? It'd be interesting to see her learn some different broom techniques. But that's more of Zero's forte, so I don't know. At the very least, how about a mixture of special weapons and techniques like Zero? Isn't it? Welp. Yeah, I have to hit solid ground before I can do the air dash. DWN Infinity. Okay, so he's technically the last Roadmaster. He's not even a Reploid. He's, well, to be fair, he is the most advanced Roadmaster out there. Nine Souls, Afterimage, Bow, Gestalt, Lone Fungus, Ast Libra, and dozens of other indie Metroidvanias. Blasphemous 2 as well, Rabby Ribby, Tevi. There are many interesting and engaging Metroidvanias out there. You just need to look. In fact, it's not even that difficult to find, thanks to Steam's interactive recommendation algorithm. Heavy. I did a Let's Try the whole demo for that. Oh boy. Oh man, I need the fire weapon for this? Darn it. I didn't think I need to do these stages in a specific order to access the secret bosses. That kinda sucks. I wish it told me that. Akin to Zero, sure. Oh gosh, Jari moment. Anytime Jaris appear in this engine, things start to slow down really fast. Eventually, I will play Rabby Ribby and Tevi on the channel. They're pretty good Metroidvanias and bullet hell titles. Gonna... You mean sapiens. Reploids are supposedly completely sapient. Reploids... completely sapient, or mostly sapient, I guess. Gotcha. They're not completely different. One is like the successor to the other. What? Excuse me. I lost control and I just sat there. I'm not sure what happened there, but I lost control of my movement and the blocks started breaking by themselves. See, now I have... Okay. I think we ran into a funny edge case. Okay, my turn. Oh yeah, my scheduling. Once you return from your trip, I will return to the Death of a Wish because I want to get the good ending route. And I want to close the book on that one. Okay, See, whenever I get there... Okay, when I hold down slash and move forward at the same time on top of the Dyne, I freeze in place. Okay, if I attack when I duck, I'm frozen in place until I dash jump out of it. See, that's... Okay, I see the glitch. It all makes sense now. If I duck and attack, or rather, if I duck and attack at about the same time, see, normally Zero can't attack while ducking, but if I press the attack button and duck immediately, Zero's locked in place. And if I jump out, I could do the jump slash, but I can't move. The only way to break out of it is by slashing again. You're not gonna miss most of it, thankfully. So yeah, glitch with this mod. Well, glad we settled that before it got really bad. Sadly, this is one stage where maybe X would be better. What debate, Lauren? There are numerous debates that happen in the Sonic fandom. You're gonna have to elaborate and give more context than that. Let's be patient. What just happened? I didn't adhere. And there was the whole debate over the eye color too. If there's anything you should know about the Sonic fandom, it's that there's so much disagreement on a lot of different things that saying that there's a debate on canon is like just saying like water's wet or the sky's blue. Okay, I can actually shift out of that by special weapon switching. Okay, I'm up. Okay, the ending of the stage was a lot fairer than the last stage. This is where I place the checkpoint. Oh, don't get me started, Power Simplified. There are many answers to that question, and I don't want to do it. Oh my gosh. The shipping wars. No thanks. Let me through. Get me out, get me out. Oh. Whoops. What happened? Are there spikes up there? This is awkward. This is a 9-day difference from the previous stage's boss and stage difficulty. Well, at the start the difficulties are about the same, but in the second half it becomes very apparent that this is a lot easier. Whoa! Okay, this is a cool effect. A much more explicit showcase of how they're frozen. Okay. Some of them are alternate universes. Here's the thing, alternate universes are canon in the various Sonic verses. So both iterations are canon. And if you count the older Archie comics, characters cross over between different alternate universes and futures, and things get really confusing from there on, so I won't go on. Yeah, in general, I want most, if not all, the assets to be in Mega Man Maker. Oh my goodness, Knuckles' family tree. I stopped trying to unravel what that is supposed to be and leave it for someone else. Dark Danny in comparison is a lot more reasonable to understand. It's like he's from a bad future. Yeah, I think I like the blue shift ice effect, but this is cool. I like this stage more than the previous one as it had a better difficulty curve. And going for an intro stage, I'd go with this more. Okay, Tree Mavericks down. Come back to this after a fire stage. So, I know there's a fire stage, but... okay, let's do it. Next Maverick I'm going after it. The next Maverick I'm going after is Scorch Valchinda at the Magma Mountain. 19th place, score 3. Probably more than one, Jaden. Which Nintendo game has the most complex timeline? Like, the one I would say that has the most complex one would be Zelda, and that isn't the happiest one, I'd say. Not exactly. Oh yeah, save that whole discussion about the Knuckles family later, Sylv. That is a mess and a half. No, that's not a mess and a half, that's an understatement. It's like a mess squared. I was gonna ask, what? And then I realized, oh, it's Archie Comics. No thanks. I'm not gonna question that. The more I learn about the Sonic Archie comics and how... insert words and sentences here, it is, I start thinking that, maybe the Genesis Wave wasn't that bad of an idea. I'm talking about the most complex timeline. I was referring more to the happy-go-lucky with complex. Metroid is the opposite of happy-go-lucky, for the most part. Kirby, I would say, is the better example, but its timeline isn't too complex. Of all the Nintendo games, I'd say that... wait. Why is the lava elevated here? Was that a visual glitch or was that? Sorry, conductor. Evening stream. Fire Emblem, at least with all the different universes, is more sensible of what's happening. Oh, Samurai Jack, you mean? I watched bits and pieces of it. I'm gonna watch that series later. One sec. Alright, continue. I haven't got to that part in Tree Houses. Whoops, I slipped in. Mario lore... I honestly follow the opinion that the most Mario games are not really canon to each other. It's more like, what story suits the games? There is some canonicity, especially with the more RPG-like entries, like the Mario & Luigi RPG stuff, and Paper Mario, but the rest of the stuff, it's like loose canonicity. Capcom games, for the most part, don't have that complex, lore or backstory, but there are some exceptions. Like, the Capcom game with the most advanced lore, I'd say, would definitely be Resident Evil. Darn it. Like, saying that Mad Biologist tries to go conquer kill is an oversimplification of Resident Evil. And with Mega Man, that's only really relevant with the classic ones. With the X series, there's more complexity. Zero series has the most complexity. ZX simplifies things, but ever since they moved on from the classic series, it's more complex than just saying, evil scientist tries to conquer the world, evil petty scientist, stop them. Heck, even the Battle Network series is a bit more advanced with that. Oh my goodness, the Zelda timeline diverged and converged. Try wrapping your head around that. Mario does have lore, but it's more like shared continuity and shared elements. Yeah, Mega Man Zero lore is not as complicated as Zelda lore. It also helps that there are different genres of games, and there's more games in the Zeldaverse than Zero. Also helps that they built the game more for story, versus Zero's, which can be kind of... Sometimes it feels like the story in Zero was constructed ad hoc. I have no idea. At a certain point, I stopped caring so much about the specifics of time travel, because when you try digging into it, time travel is filled with so many different paradoxes, and frankly, I feel like most of the good time travel stories don't actually focus that much on the specifics of how the time travel functions, and instead focuses on telling interesting stories, and instead uses that to show... And instead uses time travel to place characters in different time periods than it usually go in. It's when I try to break down the specifics that things start to... go pear-shaped. What? Freeze the lava. Got it. I mean, Resident Evil has a fairly easy to follow continuity, and Capcom did help with that. I want to get that, give me a sec. Alabama? What? You're mixing together multiple universes and timelines. You're mixing together multiple universes together, Lauren. You're mixing together the whole Archenia Acania saga with the whole Fate saga. They take place in different universes, and as such, I treat them a bit differently. And calling it take place in Alabama is again a gross oversimplification. I know I'm kind of molding here, but it irks me when people oversimplify complicated for game series which explicitly take place in different universes. There may be some universal travelers who travel between verses, but still. Same, J Butters. Let's not even talk about how canonically, or semi-canonically, there's also time travel in the Megaverse. How do I feel about burst span being 1.9? Cool. Alright, lava frozen. Did I miss the secret entrance earlier? Again, I hold by my point that the best time travel stories don't actually focus so much on the main mechanism of time travel or how it functions. More of using it as a minor justification of how did the character move to a different time period. Otherwise you run into whole things about paradoxes and other what have you. Let me in. I forgot I don't have air dashing. Joy. Yeah, like Doctor Who. I mean, the mechanisms there aren't even consistent. It's to the point where the Who just made fun of that multiple times so that there's no consistent mechanism. Wibbly wobbly, timey wimey stuff. Ow. Yeah, thank you. A bit of a spoiler question, Lipatio, but did I miss the entrance to the secret boss in the stage already, or is it ahead? Oh, if you're wondering what the sagas I'm referring to the shared verse that takes place. When I say Archenia or Achaea saga, I'm referring to Fire Emblem 1, 2, 3, and Awakenings verse. Oh yeah, Fire Emblem 1, 2, 3, 4, and Awakening. They all take place in the same universe in different time periods. Like, Awakening takes place in the future, 4 takes place in the distant past, 3 is a remake of 1, and 2 takes place in between 3. Okay, we made it through. But this whole thing about the story, importance, and time travel is also kind of besides the point. Like, the other point is that if the stories of each game were better up to quality, more people will actually would actually care about the Mega Man lore. That's one of the biggest missed opportunities and failures of Capcom following classic Mega Man. Classic Mega Man excuse plots are fine, but after that, they really should have upped their game. Who would work better, Bill Riser and Mega Man, or Mega Man and Contra? That depends. Does Bill Riser still die in 1 or 2 hits? And does Mega Man have access to his special weapons? Well, we can talk about a present-day Doctor Who, but Sylveon does not like it. So put it that way. Well, that's a tendency for the longer a series goes on, the tendency that develop... Oh my goodness. The tendency that the runners of the franchise want to add more complexity. Once again, wibbly wobbly, timey wimey stuff. Again, just like most other time travel stories, I say it's always a lot better if you actually just ignored how the time travel works itself and more in the actual stories. I would... Really, Sylv? That's the worst take? For shame, for shame. I was talking with a bunch of people who loved the current season. It's certainly very on the nose, but they like it. It's just that it's not for everyone. And looking back, Doctor Who has always been almost on the nose. But let's actually get back to the whole point. To the main conversation. Christmas Carol? What? I feel like oh shoot, wait, I found it. I feel like I've been discussing more... I'm sorry, Lipatio. I feel like I've been focusing more on the discussion on time travel plots and DLC more than your actual stage. Alright, if you say so. Honestly, I don't think you're a reliable source for that. Alright, let's go up here. Am I enjoying the stages so far? Yep. Difficult, but mostly... They're difficult and definitely challenge me, but they're engaging. I can have a whole discussion about edginess, people complaining about edginess, and people misunderstanding edginess, or what you need to actually make an engrossing story, but I'm gonna save that for another time. Thank you, I didn't miss the lava. I don't have that weakness. Alright, first phase defeated. Okay, phase 2. Unfortunately, Sylv, I don't think I would agree with that. But let's agree to disagree on that point. Lauren, again, don't use all caps. Oh my goodness, we've told you already. Alright, we're out. There you go, you're being timed out. If you're unwilling to listen to commands, you're going to be timed out for extended periods of time. Regardless, let's move on to another topic. We're at an impasse with who, so just agree to disagree and move on. Once again, I'm sorry Lipatio for focusing more on another conversation than the actual fire stage. Compared with the ice level, I'd say it's about the same difficulty and has roughly the same difficulty balancing. But it certainly feels a lot less... I don't know, punishing maybe? It feels less oppressive. I get sometimes using all caps, but this is not the time. But we told you've been overusing it. Alright then, we have fire, we have ice, we have bombs. I don't want to do wind. Maybe, okay, let's do it. Let's go to the windmill as 0. 5-play score of 2. My least favorite? The bomb stage, of course. For the second half and the broken secret boss fight. Thank you for the nerd hint, J Butters. And also because I have the Mega Bazooka, I can triple hit most bosses now. Although with 0 that isn't quite as necessary. I mean, I like the ideas on display here, but some of the balancing needs some help. Sorry for keep bashing on the bomb stage, but that really needs a rework for the second half to be less frustrating. If you're talking about Warhammer Fantasy, then I guess so. If it's Warhammer 40k though, no one's a good guy there. Everyone is different. Everyone is basically the bad guy, but different levels of it. Well, I do, but, like, I already talked about one of my headcanons that Roboenza is one of the precursors to the Maverick virus. Whoa, iframe saved me there. Oh gosh, the gyres are here. Lag is gonna go spike. Anyways, we've activated bullet time. Oh gosh. As we get more special weapons, these stages become a lot more manageable. Let me out. I want to hit a checkpoint to reset this, oh my goodness. This would be somewhat of a nightmare if this was classic. Even the music player is coughing. At least one turn the statement was in the full caps, or all caps, so I decided to tell you off. Sorry. I've been warning you for several streams like this, so at a certain point, You've used up your caps budget. Well, that's because they only use time travel very sparingly. Like, how many times have they actually used time travel in the Zelda games, other than in the ending of Ocarina? And, I guess Oracle of Ages. But Oracle Ages is kind of weird because of how Labrina works. You can make good time travel stories that focus on the mechanisms of time travel, but you have to be really careful while doing that. I have to fly a double jump. Futurama did it fun. Of course, Futurama has a little bit more leeway because it's a comedy, so it can also be self-referential. And that episode with where they travel forwards, that was hilarious. Come on, I know you can activate. Right, but as physics majors, they would have more knowledge about the mechanisms of theoretical time travel. Here's the thing, with physics majors, they should know the theoretical ways it should be possible and the ways why it isn't realistically so. Lauren, the reason why I did is because we've been warning you several times throughout multiple streams, please reduce the amount of caps. So we've reached the point where it's getting excessive, that's why I removed it. If you're going to keep trying to rules lawyer, we're just going to ignore you. Okay, I fixed the slowdown. And Futurama handled the time travel better than most because, again, knowledge. Also, good comedian. Okay, this arena, I could potentially take out Windman before he takes out me. Case in point. GG. You don't have to account for every minor detail, but you have to get most of the things right, otherwise things kind of fall apart. People are willing to overlook minor inconsistencies, but when you start to notice major or moderate stuff, especially involving the time travel contradictions, that's where it becomes an issue. So, the hilarious thing is, I thought this was going to be one of the harder stages. It ended up being one of the easier ones. That's really strange because in these sorts of packs, wind is sort of this thing. Minimum plot holes that people care about. In the most ideal world, yeah, you want as few, if not zero, plot holes. But in a more pragmatic or realistic setting, but with more pragmatic or realistic writing, you want to have as little plot holes about stuff people care about, or most people care about. And at a certain point, people are also willing to overlook flaws with suspension of disbelief. Alright then, we're halfway through Mavericks. So let's see, we defeated 6 Mavericks so far. 4 main, 2 secrets, so... The Magnetic Flying Fox. Wait, that's the wrong one. To Magnetic Flying Fox, 22 plays, score 5. Lauren, if you're tired, just go to sleep. No one's forcing you to attend the stream. Hey game idea guy, welcome. What else was it? Yeah. The blade. Whoops. Ignore that other one. I can't wait to get to level 2. Come on, Sylv. Even if someone's antisocial, they can still write essays. But regardless, Lauren, please, if you're that tired, go to sleep. You're only kind of embarrassing yourself. Ooh. Probably never. Well, we'll see if there's an X6 meme too. True, but I prefer if they make it when they're fully awake. Wait, back up. I mean, if someone sends me X6 meme, the Squeakquel, I'll play it, sure. Oh gosh, I see what we're doing here. I wish I had 0 for this. I'm checking. Sylv, they're I think the correct word for them is asocial. That's pretty much how I describe it as well, Lauren. Asocial means you don't necessarily like being around people. Antisocial means you don't really give a rat's ass about others. Or you lack empathy. Darn it. They corrected themselves. Here's the thing, Lauren never said they're specifically antisocial. You're the one who's called them antisocial. I'm looking at the first statement. You're the one who first said that. Stop. Don't put words in their mouth. Yeah, I'm really excited by 1.9 as well. Oh no. I can't reach the secret without something. Unless I... Wait a second. Yes, I did it! Oh, that was a close one. Armored armadillo, I guess. Basically, antisocial means you lack empathy. And nowhere in the Lawrence statement they said that. They just said that it is tiring being around people. That's asocial. I know Lawrence hasn't been the best at describing things. But please don't put words in her mouth. Thank you for admitting that. Okay, there's no spikes below, thank goodness. Okay, that's phase 1. Are we finding... Oh, okay, here comes the spikes. Of course he doesn't have to worry about them. Isn't that swell? Watch as this lags more and more. This update menu kind of makes it more difficult to figure out what I have selected for whether I have the E-Tank or whatever selected. Well, the good thing is that after the stage, it becomes a lot easier. Alright, take me out. Take me out. I guess this is also the main Maverick's weakness. Rolling shield obtained. Ah, we did it. True. Yeah. Indeed, J-Botters. It's directly in turn with the reducing player... It directly corresponds with the fewer number of players playing Mega Man Maker. Playing, making, producing content for the game. Like, I remember Kroby's mod, this mod, and another one. What was it? The one by the same creator as Dragon Man Reignited. They had some neat stuff, but yeah, kind of unfortunate that the game is... the creators are losing that. The levels are actually about as long as the levels we cover in the morning stream. The issue here is that due to how some of the assets are programmed, and this uses a bit of an earlier version of the base Mega Man Maker to produce the mod, some of the assets cause the game to lag a lot more than the others. A good example is the gyres. Oh my goodness, the gyres. Whenever you see a lot of gyres start showing up, the game starts to lag to the crawl. Or if you don't reset at a checkpoint every time. Two ways to lag the base game. There's at least double with this one. It's really unfortunate, but because of lack of interest and other commitments, Red X has moved on to other ventures. Oh gosh! I got squished between the two there. I will check All for One eventually. Darn it. 2, 1, go, go! Welp, I got crushed and sent careening to the right. Yeah. I feel like by this point, if someone's gonna... I feel like this point, it may be a good idea to have a Mega Maker 2 out. Similar to how we have a Mario Maker 2, maybe having a Mega Man Maker 2 out is a good idea. That can fix many of the issues that the base game has. Like, a lot of these issues feel like they're due to limitations of the base engine, or due to not properly taking into consideration some of the future stuff that was going to be added. AKA years of technical debt. Alright, yeah, this is the Flying Foxes stage. Really? I totally forgot that this is supposed to be like a fox. Oh boy. I'm using "oh boy" too much. I need to think of different synonyms. Oh, Reploid. Oh, robot. Weapon Archive would be nice. I suppose a bat would fit here, in this cave system. I'll find out next week. Still, this is a lot more enjoyable than the ending of the bomb. Exactly, Rojolt. This, along with the many other fan games released around and before and in future of this time frame, it feels like the Mega Man series is entering hibernation again, and it's up to fans to once again carry the torch. I remember the whole era before... I remember all that time before Mega Man 11 came out, before the Legacy Collections, that we thought the series was basically near death or in hibernation, and it was up to fan games like Unlimited, Rock Force, the many other numerous ones, and especially Mega Man Maker and Friends. That includes the Magmo series, to carry the torch forwards. And frankly, I feel a lot of the fan games are better than the actual mainline games. Help. Oh. What am I being pulled by? Oh, nothing, actually. Let me through. Get me out of this crazy cave. Checkpoint, glorious checkpoint. I don't know if we'll hit 1 million. How many levels? We only have 500,000, so... Is it half? Did someone double check that? Like, how many levels does Mega Man Maker have so far? Oh yeah, it's about 5.6, it's 567,000 at the very least. It took 7 years to reach this point, so I doubt we're gonna reach 1 million. Unless you also count the privated levels, then maybe. Indeed, Sylv, and several of them I'd say are better than the main 9 series. I mean, for at least half the series, it feels like Capcom just kind of phoned it in. I know, we made so many jokes about Capcom sequel stagnation. Almost. Like, you could remove half the NES, you can remove 2 or 3 of the NES games, you wouldn't be losing out too much. I wish the X Maker came out. But that's still in development. Or it got paused, I'm not sure what actually happened to it. Darn it, I was too low. Well, based on the IDAs, we're 680,000. But that may not be exactly accurate. Wait. I got mercy here. No. That looked like it would grab, but it didn't bonk. It does, but the last time we heard an update for that was over a year or 2 ago, and it's concerning. It's not like they said that we're entering hibernation, or we have to focus on other things. That's what makes me concerned. Dr. Witter's domination wasn't even that bad, to be honest. 42 on the other... If you want a better comparison, it'd be like 42 or Eternal. Or CX. Yes, I made it. Winters is undercooked, sure, but I thought it was okay. 42 on the other hand, oh no. Right, the generators are not solid. But of course it means that dodging his attacks is a whole lot simpler. Help? Get me out of here! Like, I don't know... perhaps effort, but definitely lacking experience. I'm gonna try not using the weakness when I can, unless I get stuck. Let go. Didn't stop your fate. We got magnet, sonar. I wish I could keep the E-tanks I had from this stage. And that levels us up to level 2. Let's see, I did the Polar Hazard, Minefield Jungle, Windmill Base, Machinery Cave, Magma Mountain. Let's end off by doing the Electrical Sewer. Right, I defeated 8 Mavericks, 6 mainline ones, and... wait, let me check. Alright, I defeated 5 mainline ones and 3 secret ones. So that takes me up to level 2, which should upgrade my abilities. So the next stage I'm going after is Volt Axe Electric, Electrical Sewer level 2, with 0. I don't know, I think he said when it's ready, Pixel Boy. Nowadays though, when a lot... Excuse me. Nowadays, with the more polished engines out there, it's a lot easier to make Mega Man fan games. Classic ones especially. Alright, let's see what Zero got. Double jump and air dash. And as well as the ZX Buster. Nice. If we're gonna talk about the kings of fan games, that'd be Sonic and Mario. Mega Man is like one tier down in terms of the sheer quantity and variety in fan games. With Mega Man, most of the fan games I've seen are from the classic era, or based on the classic era, or classic styled. Whereas with Mario and Sonic, I see plenty of fan games from the various eras. Like, okay, most of them are 2D based, but they're not just the same 2D classic based. I see stuff from the Adventure era, Boost era, the intermediaries, certain side projects, 3D, 2.5D, not even counting the ROM hacks and other stuff. Or better yet, all the Sonic likes out there. Sonic likes and Sonic inspired stuff. Sonic is merely classic is a misnomer. Like if you were to compare the number in terms of percentage of non-classic Sonic games and non-classic Mega Man games, there is a lot more percentage of non-classic Sonic games. I'm not talking about the raw number, I'm talking about the percentage. Oh gosh, why is the lag? And here's the thing, majority of the ones are also Mega Man Classic ROM hacks. From my knowledge of speaking and checking out the Sonic Fan Games HQ and the ROM hacking discords, there's a lot more diversity of what's there compared to the Mega Man fan gaming scene. The fan gaming scene has a lot more development it has to go through before it reaches the same heights as Mario or Sonic. I treat ROM hacks differently than fan games, to be a bit fair. Gotcha. Now watch as I perish to a random shot. Got it. Spark Mandrill? That's what I was saying. If we're also to include Sonic-like commercial games, indie games, and fan games, then it goes very wide. To be fair, J Butters, that's true with most fan games or ROM hacks. Remember, I follow the adage of Sturgeon's law. 90% of everything is scrap. Animals and axolotl. And there's also a lot of other franchises that Mario directly or indirectly inspired. Like, if we're gonna do a direct comparison with Sonic in terms of Mario likes and Sonic likes, there's a richer history with the former. Every established franchise has a fan games. Okay, I'm gonna have to defeat you first, Hardman. Sorry. Alright, got this. Zelda games take a lot of effort indeed because they're combination action-adventure titles, and trying to build the dungeons especially is tricky. Because they don't just have puzzles, but the way the items interact with both the overworld and dungeons, that is a tricky balance. Slowdown's helping me here. It's not so much lag now, it's slow down. Got it. Get me out of here. I'm fine with every regular stage having one secret boss. There's only one situation where it became an issue. Pokemon fan games or ROM hacks, I'll leave it up to you because I have least experience. I have knowledge about the Mario and Sonic fan gaming scenes, and to a lesser extent the ROM hacking scenes, but with Pokemon, I don't. I will note that most of the time when I see Pokemon fan content or fan game stuff, it's usually either going to be a ROM hack based off of the GBA or DS games, or it's an RPG Maker engine, which in many cases is fine. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Of course, yeah, the complexity is that there's so many things to balance, and of course, Game Freak keeps introducing a new major mechanic every generation, and forgetting about it sometimes. Oh right, an old version of RPG Maker. Like, Your Turn to Die was also made using RPG Maker, but it's using a much newer edition. Oh yeah, I got the easy one of this. Get me up, get me up, get me up. I'm guessing it's using something like RPG Maker 2000 or XP. Yeah, XP because the engines mostly were based off of that. So, oh no. Let me through. That's it. If I die again, I'll just do it the fair way. Oh my goodness, what? Tap jump got converted to a full jump, of course. Pokemon Fusion... Wait, that's a fan game? Pokemon Showdown is functionally a fan game. I'll mark it as that. I really wish I had a shield-based weapon. The lag is killing me. Pokemon Fusion, I guess it's a fan game? Isn't it just like an isn't it basically an art generator where you put two mons together and fuse them together? Like, there is a Pokemon fan game called Pokemon Infinite Fusions, and I qualify that. Okay, I can see what's happening now. What? I was holding on to the wall and I decided, no, I'm not gonna hold on. But it is certainly it is designed based on the same concept, isn't it? But yeah. Which gimmick are you referring to, Power Simplified? I spot 3 of them here. Conveyors, blackout, and diffuse lasers. This wouldn't be so annoying if, well, Slowdown to decide to rear its ugly head near the end. I can't imagine doing this as X. Oh gosh. Well, I can't imagine doing it. It's painful. I almost made it, but it went too fast. The most annoying part of this isn't even the fuse turrets or anything like that. Again, it's the blackout and slowdown. Alright, I have the ability to fly as X. That would mitigate a lot of the problems here. Nothing lasts forever though. This game had a good run. I thought so, I got stuck on something. I mean, 7 years? That's pretty good. I've played plenty of single-player games which aren't designed to be like just live supported. Also, spike it boxes. This is turning out to be one of the harder stages, but for a different reason compared to the bomb. The main issue here is slowdown killing me at the end. More like a neglected franchise. Because the last few games and compilation games that were released were all successful. It's that Capcom itself is putting the series on ice. It's not even like the previous game suffered an 06 catastrophe or something. The delay is killing me. If this was Space Maker, I could have done that no problem, but here, I have to start initiating the slide even further. And the problem is that I have to prepare my actions even further, more and more in advance the further I get into the stage, before I hit the next checkpoint. Because the slowdown gets worse and worse over time. That's the worst part of this. And the timer isn't even accurate. It never was. Now, duck. And the fact that I lost my the fact that I lost my E-Tank doesn't help matters either. I thought I had my double jump, but no, it was consumed. To be fair, if you feel sad about the state of this fandom or this franchise, think about the fans of Castlevania. Honestly, with the state of that franchise, maybe it would be better if the game entered hibernation franchise. Or at least think about the Castlevania fans. Well, those who are left. Me true. That's it. See, what is pulling me? Oh yeah, I see the problem. Let me in. Oh my goodness, it took 15 minutes to... Most of the time I spent the last part of the stage, I spent 10 minutes or at least 5 or 10 minutes getting back here. Ugh. Worst part of the stage. Not as bad as the bomb level, specifically Minefield Jungle's last part. This was made difficult due to engine problems. That was made difficult due to, spiteful design. Hey, at least Bakugan gets reboots. Castlevania keeps getting those, casino and slot stuff. I made this fight look a lot easier than it is because I was playing as X, I had to dodge more. But compared with the rest of the stage, this was an absolute joke. And we're out of here. What do we get? Scramble Thunder. Turn to roll for this one. What happened to Castlevania? Lack of new titles. One sec. Alright. This is where I'll end off for tonight with part 1. Next time, I'll continue on to the baseball stadium, castle planetarium, the bonus stage, and likely some of the fortress levels. In general, I'd say that this is more difficult than Light and Darkness, but not necessarily for the best of reasons. Minefield Jungle was the terrible first stage to go through, especially as X. Or even Zero. It's because of that last section, and even the secret boss fight. Oof. I should have gone to Windmill Base instead. But once I got some special weapons down, it became a lot easier. In fact, it feels like 2/3 of the stages aren't as difficult as the rest. They're much better balanced. There's only 2 stages which feel spiteful. Alright, see you all tomorrow morning for TF2. Thank you very much for watching and have a nice evening.